Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the very important topic, one more type of connective tissue, that is nervous tissue. Actually, nervous tissue in our body very important for what? It is what conducting electric impulses. It is passing throughout the body. Electric impulses are messages. Just like what? Cable wires. Just like a telephone wires, cable wires. It is a passing messages like electric impulses throughout the body. What is the main purpose of it? It nervous system in our body. It controls and coordination in our body. Controls means what? For example, when we are walking, okay, we are standing in straight. Everything it controls everything. What all functions of in our body, it controls and keeps our body in normal. So that nervous system is very important. So that it control and coordination all organs. It coordinates. Nervous system coordinates in all organs in our body. What is the main use of nervous system? Okay, nervous system is what? These nervous system useful to detect the what? Stimulus and response. This nervous system gives response. Useful to give the response. Okay, to passing the messages. In our body, central nervous system is there, peripheral nervous system is there, autonomous nervous system. Central nervous system, brain and spinal cord, we can call central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and these nervous system made up of two types of cells. Nervous system made up of two types of cells. What is that cells? Okay, that cells are nervous system made up of two types of cells. What are they? One is neurons, other one is what? Neuroglia. So that nervous system is made up of two types of cells. One is neurons, other one is neuroglia. What is neuron? Neuron is the structural functional unit of nervous system. That means, I will write here, neuron is the structural, functional unit. That means the nervous system made up of neurons or nerve cells, nervous system made up of neurons, and nervous system functioning with neurons. What is the functioning of neurons or nervous system? They are conducting what? They are passing with them what? Electric impulses or messages. Electric impulses are messages. So that what is the main use of nervous system? Nervous system is useful to observe the observe the stimulus and response. These are useful to give the stimulus and response. What is stimulus and response? Without nervous system, we cannot give any stimulus in our body. Throughout the body, these nerves, neurons are giving, they detect, they observe the stimulus and giving the response. Okay, what is stimulus and response? Okay, simple. We have to discuss 2 minutes about what is stimulus and response. Stimulus means external changes. External changes. What is the meaning of external changes means what? For example, I am moving outside. When I am moving outside, I am seeing one sweet or anything, mango or any sweet. When I am seeing that one, automatically in my mouth produce what? Saliva. When I am seeing that mango or any sweet, in my mouth produce what? Saliva, liquid portion. Liquid. That means that is stimulus. External change. Outside, some changes occurs. We are detecting, we are observed that stimulus with sensory organs. We can have 5 types of sensory organs in there. Eye, nose, ear, tongue, skin. These are the 5 types of sensory organ. These sensory organ detecting what? Sensations outside. That means whatever external changes, it is passing. For example, anybody beaten, I feel pain here. How I feel pain here? That means first of all, when somebody is beaten, okay, it is passing the message to the brain. With nerves, with neurons, what they did, they passing. What they pass? Message to the brain. Brain is analyzing and giving the response. Okay, so that the main purpose of nervous system is what? It is useful to giving stimulus to response. Okay, not only that one, it control and coordination all organs in our body. That is the main purpose of nervous system. Okay, nervous system is made up of what? Two types of cells. One is neurons, other one is neuroglia. Neuroglia cells. What is neurons? Neurons are the structural functional unit of the nervous system. That means the nervous system, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, autonomous nervous system, whatever nervous system is there in our body, made up of neurons, made up of nerve cells. All nerve cells combine, longest cells in our body. These nerve cells combine and form what? Nervous system in our body. Okay, nervous system is useful to passing the messages, electric impulses. Impulse means nothing but messages throughout the body. For example, it is made up of neurons and neuroglia. What is neuroglia? The new word. Neuroglia, it is not conductive cells. Neurons are the conductive cells. It is passing, conducting messages, but neuroglia just it is a supporting cells to the nervous system. Supporting neuroglia is the supporting cells to the neurons or nerves. These give support. These are not, especially for we can call non-conducting cells. What is the meaning of non-conducting cells? Non-conducting cells. Neurons are conducting cells. Conducting means what? It is passing impulses or messages. Neurons are passing or messages. It is a passing messages throughout the body and showing the stimulus response. But neuroglia is the supporting cell to the neurons. These are the supporting, give supporting. It connects what? Blood stream to neurons. Okay, so that it is a what? It is a supporting cells. What are the neuroglia? Are supporting cells. These neuroglia non-conducting cells. That means these are not conduct impulses. What is impulses? Messages. They are not passing through them what messages? Just they give support, nutrients, nourishment to the nerve cells. So that we can call supporting cells to the neurons. What is that one? Neuroglia. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the structure of neuron. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the structure of neuron. Come forward. Okay, if you observe the structure of neuron, generally the neuron divided into, okay, this is the important part. This part we can call cell body. Cell body or cyton or soma. Okay, the main part of the neuron or nervous system, okay, especially neuron, nerve cell divided into, first of all, cell body. This part we can call cell body, and long axon and axon terminals and dendrites. Okay, what are the main part is what? Cyton. This part is called cyton or cell body or soma, and long fibrous structure cylindrical in shape. This structure we can call axon. End of the axon we are observed some branches, we can call these are terminals, axon terminals, and cytons are connected with what? The branched like tree branched like structure we can call dendrites. So the first part is what? Cyton. Okay, cyton or cell body. In cell body, we are observed distinct nucleus is present. Okay, that means the middle of the cell, middle of the cyton cell body, we are observed what? We are observed nucleus. Around the nucleus, granules, which are Nissil granules. What is that one? We are seeing what? Just like a small fiber-like structure, we can call Nissil granules. These Nissil granules are made up of RER, rough endoplasm reticulum. So that These micelle granules are useful for protein synthesis. Protein synthesis. Okay, micelle granules. And what we are observed, other one. Okay, nucleus, micelle granule, and cytoplasm, and these dendrites. Other one is dendrite. Dendrites are connected with the branches. The branches are connected with cell body. These dendrites are well branched. Okay, what is the use of these dendrites? These branches? These branches are passing the messages from sensory organ, other parts to other neurons to cell body. It is passing the messages to the cell bodies. It is conducting the messages to the cell body. So observe the stimulus and responses to these dendrites and passing the messages to the cell body. Okay, that is the well branches. That is the divided branches. Okay, that is we can call dendrites. Dendrites are connected with other neurons or body parts or sensory organ. These are passing the messages to the cell body, conducting the messages to the cell body. That is the important of what dendrites. After that, a long axon or auxine is there. In auxine, it is the passing the messages through with them, cell body to auxine. Here auxine is a long cylindric structure. This long cylindric structure, this auxine is covered with what? Oxoplasm. Oh no, sorry. Okay, oxolemma. Oxolemma. That means outer covering layer. For example, I will draw here. This is the auxine. This auxine covered with what layer? That is we can call oxolemma. Inside the auxine having liquid portion, that is the liquid portion we can call oxoplasm. Oxoplasm. This auxine, it is started with cell body or cyton. That means the starting part of auxine, where the auxine is started from cell body, this part we can call auxine hillock. What is the meaning of auxine hillock? Auxine hillock is the part that is connected with cell body. That means it is origin from auxine is origin from cell body. That where does it is origin? That is we can call auxine hillock. Okay, try to remember the names. Okay, auxine hillock. And the auxine, ending of the auxine, we are observed other branches. This is we can call auxine terminals. What we call auxine terminals. In that auxine terminal, we are observed just like a bulb-like structures. Synaptic knobs. What we call these are synaptic knobs. Auxine bulb. Just you have to observe just like a bulb-like structures. Synaptic knobs. What is the meaning of synaptic knobs? Inside the synaptic knobs, okay, for example, I will draw here one synaptic knob. Okay, this is a synaptic knob. Inside the synaptic knob, the liquid portion, very, very important, chemical is present. Okay, so that chemical, what we call that chemical? Neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter. Okay, neurotransmitter is the chemical which is the passing the messages from one nerve cell to another nerve cells. With what? Chemical messages. That means synaptic nerves, it connects what? Two nerve cells. It is what? Passing the messages through with neurochemical coordination. That is a neurotransmitter. Through with neurotransmitter, it is passing the messages from one neuron to another neuron. Okay, your last part of the auxine ending with what? Auxine terminals. In end of the auxinal terminal, bulb-like structures is called, bulb-like structures is there, we can call synaptic knobs. See these synaptic knobs, inside the synaptic knobs, the liquid chemical is there. That chemical we can call neurotransmitters. Okay, and now, and if you observe it, that some auxins are covered with what? Myelin sheath. Schwann cells. What is Schwann cells? Some auxins are okay. Simply auxin is present. It is not covered with anything. But some auxins are covered with what? Myelin sheath. Schwann cells. These are the lipid cells. Okay, which is consists, this myelin sheath is called myelinated neurons. Without myelin sheath or lipid sheath, we can call non-myelinated sheath, myelinated sheath. Myelinated sheath means which is consists what? Around the auxin what? Schwann cells or myelin sheath, lipid sheath, that in we can call myelinated neurons. Non-myelinated neurons do not have any myelinated sheath or lipid proteins. Okay, that is, and between two myelin sheath, little bit gap is there. That gap we can call Ranvier nab. Ranvier nab. Okay, between two myelin sheath, little bit gap is there. That is we can call Ranvier nab. Okay, this is the structure of what? Neuron or nerve cell. Okay, now we have to discuss about the types of nerve cells. Now we are going to discuss about the neurons, types of neurons based on their functions. Okay, that means based on their how they are conducting messages, which part to which part. Based on their functions, the neurons are divided into nerve cells. The types of neurons based on their functions. Okay, based on. First nerve is sensory nerve. There are three types of based on the functions. Based on their function, neurons are divided into three types. One is sensory nerves. Second one is motor nerve. Third one is what? Interneuron or association. Interneuron nerve or association nerves. Association nerve. Okay, the first based on the function of neuron, how they passing the messages from body parts to brain, brain to body part. Based on their function, neurons are three types. One is sensory nerve or other name efferent nerve. Second one is motor nerve or efferent nerve. And third one, interneuron or associated nerve. That means based on the functions, neurons are three types. Sensory means nerve from sensory organs. We can have five types of sensory organ: ear, nose, tongue, skin, eye. There are the five types of sensory organ. Through which sensory organ, through which body parts, it is passing the messages from sensory organs to brain. So that these nerves are called sensory nerves. Try to remember. Sensory nerves are passing the messages from body parts to brain. It is passing what? Impulses or messages from body parts to brain. That is, we can call sensory nerves or efferent nerves. Efferent nerve or motor nerve, it is passing the messages from brain to affected organ or body parts. Okay, brain to affected organ or body parts. Okay, that means brain is analyzing in the information and giving the response, stimulus to response. That is, responses are given by what? Motor nerves. Motor nerve passing the messages from brain to body parts. Okay, and last one, interneuron. Interneuron connects connects what? Sensory nerves, sensory plus motor. Okay, for example, in spinal cord, there are showing reflex actions. Okay, at there we are observe what? Especially for interneurons are associated and not. Associated means what? Two neurons are combined. Which neurons are combined? Sensory neurons and motor neurons are combined in some places, connected with some places. That is we can call interneuron or associated nerves. Okay, that is what it is a connects two nerves, sensory and motor nerves. Where does they are connecting that places we can call associated nerves. Based on the functions, neurons are three types. Okay, now based on the types of neurons, based on the types of processes. What is the meaning of processes? For example, cell body is a very, very important part of the neuron. Cell body connected with one process or two processes or two branches or one branches. Based on the branches or processes, again neuron is divided. Neuron is divided into unipolar, bipolar and multipolar neurons. Third one is multipolar neurons. Based on the structure, okay, based on the processes, okay, based on the processes, based on the dendrines, based on the branches of neuron, it is again divided into three types. What is that one? That one unipolar or pseudo multipolar. It is not multipolar. Pseudo means false. It is look like multipolar, but it is a unipolar. What is the meaning of unipolar? Only one cell body. It is connected with one process only. Okay, try to observe, keenly observe. It is connected with what? One process only. It is not branched. It is connected with only one branch. So that it is look like one oxide, it connected with cyton, one dendrite. Okay, one branch is there. But that is unipolar, but it is look like what? Okay, multipolar, pseudo multipolar or unipolar. That means the cell body connected with one process only, one dendrine only, one branch only. That is we can call unipolar nerves. We are observed in dorsal root ganglia, especially in spinal cord. In dorsal root ganglia, we are observed unipolar neurons and bipolar neuron. Bi means two. That means if you observe it there, this is cyton. Cyton or cell body. It is divided into two processes. Two processes. Okay, so that you can call bipolar neurons. Bipolar neurons we are observed. Okay, this is the structure of, this is cyton, branches, two processes, two branches. Okay, bipolar neurons we are observed in retina of eye, inside the retina of eye, internal ear, sensory neurons, internal ears, olfactory, sensory epithelium inside. Okay, we are observed what? Bipolar neurons. The final one is, this focus here, multipolar neurons. In multipolar, most of the neuron, except whatever I am told, these remaining all are multipolar. Most of the neurons are multipolar neurons. These multipolar neurons, cyton, it is connected with so many processes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So many processes. Single process by two processes. And these multipolar, it is a, we are observed in different, most of the nerves or neurons are multipolar neurons only. If you observe the multipolar neurons, these multipolar neurons, it will be consist what? Most processes are more dendrites or more branches. Okay, this is multipolar neurons. Based on the structures, neurons are three types: unipolar or pseudo multipolar, or second one is what? Bipolar. Third one is multipolar neurons. Based on the structure, based on the functions, neurons are three types: sensory, motor and interneuron or associated neurons. And also one more is there, already we learned. Okay, based on myelin sheath, neurons are two types: myelinated neurons, non-myelinated neurons. What is myelin sheath? The oxide covered with what? Lipid structures, proteinized lipid structure. That is myelin sheath. If it is having myelin sheath cells, okay, Schwann cells, it is called, okay, myelinated. It is do not have anything, normal oxide, that is called non-myelinated neurons. Okay, based on the myelin sheath. Okay. Nervous system, already I am told nervous system is made up of neuron. Neuron is a very important part of the nervous system. It is structural functional unit of the nervous system. And one more cell, it is made up of one more cell, neurons and neuroglia. Already I am told neuroglia is the supporting cells and non-conducting cells. Supporting means it supports to the neurons. It supports, it helping cells to the neurons. Nothing but helping cells to the neurons. Okay, and supporting or helping cells to the neurons. And non-conducting. What is the meaning of non-conducting? They will not conduct any messages or impulses through with them. Just they give the support to the neurons. What are that supporting cells? Oligodendrocytes. The first one is oligodendrocytes. Oligodendrocytes are useful to form myelin sheath. Okay, myelin sheath, the formation of myelin sheath, these are useful. Next, astrocytes. Astro means star-shaped structure. Astrocytes are, that is the binding. It is a network. Astrocytes of network. These are binding with blood capillaries with neurons. Okay, astrocytes are binding with blood capillaries with neurons. Okay, the brain borders and the brain barriers, blood and brain barriers also. Barriers means what? A network which connects brains with bloodstream or blood capillaries. Okay, that is a network like structures, astrocytes. And next one, ependymal cells. Ependymal cells are the ciliated cells which are located cerebrospinal fluid, just like a ciliated cells. These cells are useful for, okay, for example only, this is the brain spinal cord. This is what? Vertebrae, that nothing but spinal cord. Brain, spinal cord. Between fluid is moving. Fluid is supplying. Cerebrospinal fluid. These inside these cavities are filled with, the spinal and cerebral cavities are filled with ciliated cells is there. That ciliated cells we can call ependymal cells. These are useful for movement of cerebrospinal fluid, liquid. Cerebrospinal fluid. And also some more cells is there. Microglial cells we can call phagocyte cells. When injuries or any infections occurs to the nervous tissue, automatically when the nervous tissue is infected with any microorganisms, anything, automatically these microglial cells or phagocytes are activated. And not only this one, and Schwann cells also is there. These lipid cells which is cover the neuron, Schwann cells. Okay, these are what? These are neuroglia. Neuroglia means what? Supporting cells to the nerves or neuron. They give support and blood supplying nutrients. Okay, so it is useful to supply the cerebrospinal fluid. It is covering the neurons. So that these are supporting cells, nothing but neuroglia. Okay, thank you.